guys, it's Katie Cakes here. Sorry this video is a little bit late. I ended up working late at work, and then I came home and me and my husband watched a movie. We watched Birds of Prey, and then we had a shower, which is why my hair is wet now. So yeah, but I do have 6 Amazon packages, so let's get into it. So I am assuming that all of these are from my Canadian Book Ninja group. Again, I will leave the link down below if you do want to join. However, there could be one in here that I ordered, but it's not mine. It's for my boss. He wanted it, and I have Indigo Plus, so he just wanted to use my thing, but I'm pretty sure they're all that, because it could be this one. I don't know. We'll see when we open it. But this is from Kayla Ann, who, as you all know, I'm sure now, supplies me with majority of my books. My library is going to be like dedicated to Kayla now. But this is All Grown Up by V. Keeland. This cover is hot. It just, yeah. It's pretty thick book. Let's see what it looks like. You get another one inside. So it's got a quote and like a, I think this is supposed to be water, and then it continues it on the chapters. Valentina. See if what I'm assuming is going to be the guy's point of view. So no, his is the same, but his name is Ford. This book has 326 pages, so that's pretty good. Okay, so when I first encountered Ford Donovan, I had no idea who he was. Well, other than the obvious. Young, gorgeous, successful, smart. Did I mention young? If I did, it bears repeating. Ford Donovan was too young for me. Let's back up to how it all started. My best friend decided I needed to start dating again. So, without my knowledge, she set up a profile for me on a popular dating site. One that invited men ages 21 to 27 to apply for a date. Those nicknamed Cunnilingus King were told they'd go straight to the top for consideration. The profile wasn't supposed to go live. Another point that bears repeating. It wasn't supposed to. Nevertheless, that's how I met Ford. And we started messaging. He made me laugh, yet I was adamant that because of his age, we would only be friends. But after weeks of wearing me down, I finally agreed to one date only. My friend, after 20 years of being with my high school sweetheart. Oh, my first after being with my high school sweetheart. I knew it couldn't last, but I was curious about him. Though, you know what they say, curiosity kills the cat. My legs wobbled walking into the restaurant. Ford was seated at the bar. When he turned around, he took my breath away. His sexy smile nearly melted my panties, but he looked so familiar. As I got closer, I realized why. He was the son of the neighbor at our family's summer home, the boy next door. Only now, he was all man. I hadn't seen him in years. I left the restaurant and planned to put the entire crazy thing behind me, which I did, until summer came. And guess who decided to use his family's summer home this year? This sounds really hot, you guys. I really want to know how old the chick is now. She's probably like 35, 40. But I guess they also don't say how old he is. I don't know, maybe like early 20s, late 20s. But this sounds really good. I love age gaps as long as they're not like super big and like weird. So far my biggest age gap has been Punk 57, which is about a 18 or 19-year-old girl, not Punk 57, sorry, Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. It's about an 18 to 17-year-old girl, and she's dating this boy, and then they end up moving in with his father, and yeah, she ends up having a relationship with the father. So yeah, I think that was my like weirdest one though. I think this one might be the one for my boss, so I'm going to open it now. Although Chapters has never sent anything in a bag, at least not that I do stuff. Oh, it's for me. Okay. So this is from Ruby Carter. So this is from my Book Lovers United Amazon group that I'm part of. This was part of a train. So this was actually shipped to me from the United Kingdom, so that is cool. So this is Sexy Filthy Boss by Piper Rain. My Piper Colleen collection is slowly growing. I have the, I don't know what the series is called, but the one with the firefighter, the cop, and the EMT. I have that series. And then now I have this book, and I loved her writing, so I'm really excited for this book. So this is from last year. So you guys won't know who this person is probably, but Siege Shargulov. She was also a beta reader for Audrey Carlin, who I love, and she died a couple years ago, and it was very sad. This book has a dedication to her as well, so she must have also been a beta reader for Piper Rain. I'm pretty sure Piper Rain has 2 authors, actually, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, 2 authors. One's Piper and one's Rain. So this book has 309 pages. The chapters are just normal. What I take from this book is that it's going to be an office romance, which I also adore, so should be good. Let's see what the synopsis says. Sexy Filthy Boss. He's the sexy alpha male in the corner office who goes through assistants faster than the free donuts in the break room. I'm the assistant who was chosen to cover for his last fire. The owner of the company is clear. Hook the biggest client in our firm's history, and there's a partnership for him, and a promotion for me. Stipulation, we do it together. It doesn't take a tarot card reading psychic to figure out where our story is headed. Late nights, trips out of town, and more than a few awkward moments filled with sexual tension. No worries, though. I pride myself on my willpower. I can totally ignore his sexy grin, his rock-hard body, and his dreamy brown eyes. I will not become the woman other women hate. But it turns out that Enzo Mancini has lots of layers, and if I don't stop peeling, I'm going to lose everything, including my dignity. Sounds so good, you guys. I know I say that about every book, but they just all sound so good. I mean, obviously I wouldn't have picked them if I didn't think they sounded good, but office romance, age gap, you guys, we're doing great. Okay, 4 left. Sports romance. My book ninjas just spoil me so much, you guys. Okay, so this book is from Nicole Villarrean Douglas. So this is Defy, which is a Sinners of Saint novel by L.J. Shin. This is a sports romance, obviously. It has a football mask. It's shorter, so I'm thinking maybe this is a novella, or I don't know. This book is from 2016. The chapters have little anchors on them. Chapter 1. Oh. It even has a snippet into a Licht by Ava Harrison. So this book is 147 pages, so not too big, but I mean, if it's good, who cares? Okay, so my name is Melody Green, and I have a confession to make. I slept with my student, a senior in high school, multiple times. I had multiple orgasms, in multiple positions. I slept with my student, and I enjoyed it. I slept with my student, and I'd do it all over again, if I could turn back time. My name is Melody Green, and I got kicked out of my position as a teacher, and I did my walk of shame, La Circe Lanchester from the principal's office. Minutes after said, "Principal threatened to call the cops on me." My name is Melody Green, and I did something bad because it made me feel good. Here is why it was totally worth it. Okay guys, so this is sports romance and an age gap and a teacher-student, so I mean, it's got like everything going on. Oh my god, guys. If this book isn't great, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm loving all these books, you guys. Okay, so I guess I have another package that's in a brown paper, but it has the Amazon logo on it, so I don't think this is for my books either. My Indigo package says that it was delivered though, so I don't know where it is. Oh, there's 2 books in here, you guys. Oh, I'm funny. I actually bought these myself. Okay, so I got Fearless by Rachel Van Dyken, which is Rune Book 2.5. I got this book because it was $5. So, yeah, it's small, but that's okay. I don't actually know what this book is about. I just got it because it's Rachel Van Dyken, and I haven't read a book by her that I don't like. So she's an auto buy for me. So got this book. It was cheap. Why not? So this book came out in 2014. There's nothing too interesting about the chapter heads. This book is 68 pages long. There's obviously more books in it. This is a novella. Okay, so when I met Kirsten, time stood still. It was as if every cell in my body screamed, her. I couldn't look away. I couldn't walk away. I couldn't even move. My other half, my soulmate, was staring right at me. I had to have her. I had to make her mine. But I felt selfish doing that, knowing that I may not have endless amounts of time to give her. And even now that everything's over with and I've been given that time back, nothing is ever certain in this life. Which is why I'm about to do something crazy, impulsive, daring. After all, what type of person would I be if I didn't take my own advice? I'm jumping off the cliff. I'm living fearlessly. This book sounds like it's going to be a tearjerker. It just sounds like it's going to be a tearjerker. I don't know if I'm ready for it. but we'll see. I have to get the rest of the series, obviously. I can't just pick up book 2.5 and just, you know, read it. But, yeah, so Fearless by Rachel Van Dyken. And then I also got Conclave by Penelope Douglas. I do believe this is a novella as well because it's also small. This one was $7, I believe. This book was from last year. There's parts to this book. Part 1, Part 2. This book is 86 pages long. Okay. Damon. Will is gone. He hasn't been seen in months, and the texts coming from his phone are almost certainly forged. Something's wrong. We need to act now. Michael is ready to tear down the cove. Rika's hiding something. Evan's Christ is a threat, and Winter's father is coming out there. Everyone is off in a million directions, and we're vulnerable. It's time to do this. It's time to claim our place. Rika. A few years ago, I never thought I'd be here. On board Pithom, miles out at sea, at a table with Michael Christ, Kai Mori, and Damon Torrance. Men I now consider family. We've locked ourselves on this yacht for however long it takes to address our agenda, and we won't leave until everything is on the table. Even things I don't want to talk about, things Michael doesn't know. We will find Will. We will solidify our plans, and we will remove any threats, if we survive Conclave. Interesting. Very interesting. I think this might go with her Corrupt series. I am not sure about that at all. I just, for some reason, have that kind of thought. Oh, sorry, guys. But, yeah. So those two I bought for myself. And we've got two more here. This one does not have a note. Oh. I bought this one for myself as well. Okay, so this one actually comes with a funny story. So this is Demise of a Self-Centered Playboy by Piper Rain, which is part of the Bailey series. I think this is book 1. I am not sure about that. But, so this book, I was going through Amazon making additions to my book list because I seem to be running out of books on there, which I'm not really, but I felt like I was, so I went looking for more books that I wanted, which is endless, and I came across all these Piper Rain books that I didn't have, this being one of them. So I don't know whose mistake it was, and they have obviously paid for it, but this book, I paid $5.68 for it. It's a normal size book, you guys. So I purchased this book for $5.68, and then I went back about 3 minutes later and found out that this book was actually priced at $15.88. So I don't know who made that mistake of not adding a 1 in front of the 5, but thank you, because I got this book for $5. So I'm okay with that. Okay. So, sorry. This book is from last year. Okay, so I don't think that this is book 1 just because it has like a list of people. Nothing special about the chapter heads. This book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this book is book 6. That's okay. So, this book is 278 pages, so not too bad. Okay, so you might be wondering how you'll know when your Playboy ways are coming to an end. For some, it might be an unexpected pregnancy, ahem, you know who, For others, it might be finally landing the one woman you've always wanted. Cough. I won't mention any names. For me, it was the death of my mentor and the subsequent readings of his will. The signs were there. They always are. But I didn't notice them until it was too late and my demise was complete. Demise sign 1. You find yourself thrust into the land of responsibility and you don't immediately hightail it out of town. Sign 2. Despite being struck with the world's biggest Jekyll and Hyde, some sadistic part of you actually enjoys spending time with her. 3. Your family suddenly stops wanting to weigh in on every decision of your life. 4. Somehow you end up being the voice of reason in your tremendous partnership. 5. You start thinking of other people before yourself. 6. You agree to put yourself in the middle of an Alaskan reality TV show that has both of you sleeping in the same tent. Demise complete. That sounds really interesting. My Piper ring collection is just like blooming. Okay, and the last one. Sorry, this video is so long, guys. Okay. This book is from Rochelle Topping. This is another book from one of my book ninjas. So this is The Score by Elle Kennedy, which is the last book I needed in this series. So now I have the entire series and I can finally start it. So I'm still on book 7 of House of Night, and I really need to finish them so that I can read something else. Come August, we're reading all of the Christina Lauren books, the ones that I own, which are a majority of them, minus the ones that I had owned and didn't like. So if you guys want to join in on that, you're more than welcome to. Again, it's on the Canadian Book Ninjas group, which will be linked down below. And again, I am not going to read the synopsis for this book because this is Off Campus 3, and I don't want to spoil myself. All I know of these books is that they are new adult and that everyone raves about them, so they must be amazing, and I just can't wait to read them. They've been on my radar for like over 2 years, and now I finally own them all, and that is so exciting. So yeah, but yeah, I think that was an amazing haul, and yeah, so I'm sure I'll probably have more coming up soon, because I just seem to get spoiled now, which I love. It's great. And I'm also spoiling people back, of course, because why not? But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great night.